All right, it's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast Sports Language. Give you the livest, latest news about sports. And I'll put it to you like this. You got an opinion? Debate me about it. You disagree with what I say? Debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I say or said, debate me about it! Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on. The comment section, like, comment, subscribe. Let me do that again. Like, comment, subscribe. So you get your latest news information about sports and events from your boy KJ, the host of SL Sports Language. Now let's get into it. So we got the Cleveland Browns. First off, I just want to say the Cleveland Browns, of course, they had a perfect preseason. The Cleveland Browns picked up on their defense. The rushing with the running back is good. The offense is getting better. You know what I mean? Like, first I want to get into the facts, but I just got to speak on the truth. The Browns got a quarterback problem. Yeah, we still on this. And disclaimer, I want to give a shout out to all the Browns, the Browns organization, the Browns fans, and you know what I mean, the fan base. You know, I'm sorry to keep talking about this Browns and who's going to be the starting QB and this and that. I know y'all tired of hearing this because it overshadows the work that y'all have been doing so far. It overshadows what y'all accomplished. I mean, to be an undefeated preseason team, hopefully I can take that into the regular season. But yeah, the Browns got a QB problem. So let's get into the facts. So we know that Shedeur Sanders was drafted late round, a 5th round draft pick, 144 pick, I believe. We know about the 4 QBs they had with Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Shedeur Sanders. Kenny Pickett eventually got cut, traded. You know what I mean? Then of course, they started Shedeur Sanders in the first preseason game against the Detroit Lions, and that's when I came up with that video. They sent Shedeur Sanders either up for possible success or a possible failure. Check that video out. And Shedeur Sanders did his thing. The Dylan Gabriel, he had a little off game, right? A lot of people was like, see, that's why you need to start Shedeur Sanders like the later games. But then this LA Rams game ain't really look too good for your boy. You know, now it's a lot of people coming for Shedeur Sanders' head, but we're not going to just get on Shedeur Sanders. We got to talk about this whole QB situation because we got to talk about this as a whole. And that's the facts. Another fact is we know that Andrew Berry made that call, but we also know that Haslam didn't want to make that call and didn't want to draft Shedeur Sanders. And I don't know what the coach is thinking. Lord knows what he's thinking. So, yeah, man, I mean, that Rams game didn't look too good for Shedeur Sanders. But then you can make an argument with a game where old boy was playing, Dylan Gabriel, he didn't play too good. So every quarterback is going to have his ups and downs. But it's just sad that this is overshadowing what the Browns have done so far, the progress they made. And also, I mean, they're still a pretty good, decent team. You still got to have that leader, though, which is QB. Now, let's get into my opinion. We all know that Joe Flacco's going to start, even though I'm kind of iffy on that. But after watching this Rams game, I think Joe Flacco's the best bet. Then, recent news, Dylan Gabriel, he made QB too. And then you got Shedeur Sanders. He made the team by the skin of his teeth, I believe. So he's the backup. Now, me personally, man, I think there's still some hope. And here's why I think there's still hope. Joe Flacco, okay, you got the old regime, right? You got the old school, you got the veteran, then you got the new regime with Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, right? So the old regime, veteran, consistent, knows how to win, been to a Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, I believe. Then, of course, you got the new regime, young, healthy, trying to get their weight up, trying to show them that, hey, I'm here, trying to get that stamp of approval from the old regime so the old regime can hand it down to the new regime. So, for all you Browns fans and for all these analysts and commentators, there's no need to panic. There's no need to see if, oh my God, what are the Browns are going to do with a QB? Because it's kind of like saying it with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When Ben Roethlisberger had got injured, Mason Rudolph stepped up. So it's the same thing that may happen this season with the Steelers. If Aaron Rodgers get injured, then Mason Rudolph or another quarterback may step up. So at least you still have to have a chance of saying, well, at least you got these quarterbacks to step up. Now, if you had a bunch of scrubs, then that's totally different. Then yeah, you can kiss your season goodbye. Here's the thing though with this whole QB problem. Here's what I think is a problem, right? And I say it like this. If Joe Flacco, who's going to be who's going to be the number one QB, the starting QB, let's just say he can't play this game. Let's just say he gets injured or for whatever reason, Dylan Gabriel's going to have to step up. But let's just say Dylan Gabriel can't play a game. He's injured or he's just not, whatever reason, he's unable to play. Then guess what? Shedeur Sanders is going to have to step up. But let's just say Shedeur Sanders can't step up to the plate. Let's just say Shedeur Sanders isn't able to play to his best of his ability. Then the Cleveland Browns have a problem. They have a QB problem. They have a quarterback problem. They have a leadership problem. That's why I'm saying the Cleveland Browns still may have a quarterback problem. Because if your QBs can't step up after the next QB, what the quote is, the next man up, if this man ain't doing good, then that's a problem. Especially at the QB position. So, I mean, I just think that the Cleveland Browns, there's still hope. I feel like they'll still do good this season. But after what I've seen with the LA Rams, and listen, disclaimer, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm not hating on no Shedeur Sanders. Let me repeat that. I'm not hating on Shedeur Sanders. I'm not hating on the Sanders family. I don't need to hate on the Sanders family. I respect them brothers. I respect the family. So, let's get this straight. I'm not hating on no man. I'm not hating on the brother man. Get your money, do your thing. But facts is facts, opinions is opinions, and based on what we see on the field, if you good, you good. You play bad, you bad. You solid, you solid. You trash, you trash. Bars. I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is trash. You know, I just want to put that out there because a lot of y'all think I be hating. Bruh, I'm just reporting. I'm just telling the story. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But I do want you to watch it because debate me about it, baby. Debate me about it. Say how you feel. Hey, call me whatever. Call me, oh, I don't know nothing about no football. Call me, oh, get a life. Call me, oh, whatchamacallit. You downplaying on somebody's name. Bro, I'm not coming after nobody's character. No, none of that. So let me just put that out there. Disclaimer, for one. For two, dog, like, after that game, Shedeur Sanders, a lot of people saying he blew it, right? Some people saying now they're trying to debunk the point that I made or what other people have made, like a Stephen A or like a Matt B. Gray or even like a JT Sports. Shout out to JT Sports. That the Cleveland Browns aren't setting up Shedeur Sanders. He's self-sabotaging. I still think the Browns kind of set up Shedeur Sanders for possible failure, but then again, possible success with them starting him with the first preseason game against the Detroit Lions, which is unheard of. I don't think that has ever happened because usually the starting quarterback, then the second string, the third string, or however. For a fourth string to start, that didn't make no sense to me. That was a little bit suspect. Then for him to get drafted 5th round when the NFL completely was trying to blackball him, still low-key blackballing him. They didn't even, he was on the untouchable list after the way he acted in the combine, which I think he did that to himself, if you want to say self-sabotage. Then, of course, his talent, you know, for him to be so braggadocious, his talent wasn't on the range of that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to earn your stripes. You can't just be talking all of that, this and that and the third, when you haven't even earned your stripes in the league. But then for the Haslam owners, the owner Haslam, for him to say, if they would have called me earlier, I would have told them no, but Andrew Berry made that call, so we just gonna have to roll with it because I still believe we have a good organization. That was suspect, so I still believe them starting him against the Lions. I think that was a setup. But this game, it didn't help his case, and here's why I say that. Joe Flacco, he was looking crisp, he was looking clean, he was looking healthy with backups. Then we got Dylan Gabriel. He was looking crisp, he was looking clean, rolling out of the pocket, throwing the ball. Stepping up in the play, you know, making big plays. He was making a smooth transition, marching down the field. Shedeur Sanders against this Rams game, dude wasn't marching down the field. There was not one play to where Shedeur Sanders made a great march down the field. Now, the only thing I will respect is when Shedeur Sanders had took his own fault. he had owned up to his own fault by saying it was his fault that he got sacked those 5 times. And to get sacked 5 times, now I respect that he took his part in his failures instead of throwing it on the O-line, because if this was college Shedeur Sanders, yeah. If this is him being coached by Deion Sanders and Deion Sanders saying something like, we got the best quarterback in the world, man, he wouldn't have took no ownership. So I'm glad he's on his own wings, seeing that, okay, maybe it's me. Because after this game, I'm not gonna lie, man, a lot of commentators, even including Cam Newton, they have been saying, bro, it's looking kind of dicey for Shedeur Sanders. It's like, okay, you can't say it's the O-line this time, because the same mistakes you made in college, you making it in the NFL. And I can see if like it was that Oregon game to where they kept collapsing. But you holding the ball too long, you running backwards when you see it's about to collapse or one DT is getting at you. Now, I'm no NFL expert, but bro, if people saying just step in the pocket, throw the ball away, I can see if you're trying to find wiggle room. Or if I can see if a DT so quick and fast they hit you like lightning, you can't stop that. But if you can see DTs coming at you and you making a move, bro, either throw the ball away, step in, or if you don't find nobody open, run out of just throw the ball away. I feel like that's quarterback 1-on-1. Throw the ball away, especially if you're holding it longer than 10 seconds. Bro, O-line can't hold up that long, dude. You keep trying. It was just one play, kept running backwards. Now you making, it's one thing you gonna get sacked to use like a couple of 5 yards, but to force it by running backwards, now you losing 10 or 15 yards, bro. Either take that hit or throw the ball away. Stop trying to run backwards. But you know, that's that part. But then you can also make an argument with Dillon Gabriel. Okay, Dillon Gabriel, he's nice, right? Shedeur Sanders nice, but Dillon Gabriel, he's nice. He had his highlights, but let's not forget he had his lowlights, which every young quarterback is gonna go through. And the reason why I say that is if Joe Flacco was to get hurt, or if Joe Flacco wasn't able to play for whatever reason, would Dillon Gabriel step up? Because then Dillon Gabriel, he played a pretty good preseason, right? But then again, he had his lowlights as well, throwing a pick, or not making good plays, or his IQ. Now this game, him marching down the field, making good IQs, Dillon Gabriel, he's nice. So I think he rightfully earned that QB2 position. I think he did. I think he earned that fair and square. But let's go to Joe Flacco, the head honcho, the #1 man on the QB list. Veteran, but kind of old, which you can make an argument that he's kind of like the 10 man, even though he did play good this preseason. And then it's like, how many years he got left? So with Joe Flacco, he's nice. He played the great preseason game. I like what he did against the Rams. Him moving the ball, him passing the ball, him keeping the tempo up. He did a great job. But remember, he's aged. So what if gets injured, shoulder, he can't take too many hits. He can't keep running up and down that turf. Like, you see what I'm getting at? You see how I started from the low totem pole to up to the #1 QB? Shedeur Sanders, who just made the cut. Is he ready to be an NFL player? Can he overcome those mental mistakes? And those mistakes, him holding the ball too long, him not knowing when to throw and not to throw. Dillon Gabriel, he's nice, but can he step up when he needs to be and on a consistent nightly basis? Joe Flacco, we know what he can do. He's a veteran. He can play the game, move the ball, move the chains down the field, but he's aged. Can his body still hold up? And that's why I say, bro, the Browns still have a QB problem. They still have a quarterback problem. So like I said, them dudes can play. The Browns, like I said, shout out to the Browns fans. I feel bad that y'all kind of being overlooked for what y'all have done, other than what y'all not able to do, or what's still what y'all lack of. I'm still happy for y'all. Great preseason, but preseason don't count no more. It's the regular season now. Great defense. Offense is picking up the rush game with the running back. So y'all still got a light at the end of the tunnel. Y'all still have a chance to make a great winning season. But it's still that linger like, do y'all still got a QB problem? But hey, man, It's your boy KJ giving you my thoughts and opinions, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL, Sports Language, and I'll put it to you like this. You got an opinion? You can debate me about it. You disagree with what I say or said? You can debate me about it. Hold on, one last thing. If you don't like what I say or said, debate me about it! Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, the comment section. Yeah, that's right. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. So you get your latest news and information about sports from your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, SL, Sports Language. And hey, y'all, roll to 1,000. Keep subscribing. Keep letting your homies, your homegirls know about me so y'all can debate about me or debate to each other. Take your anger out on me and debate through the phone because I ain't going nowhere and I'm here to stay. All right. Deuces.